So anytime I can take a shot at a video game company that there's something I don't like about them, I will take that shot. And that's really just down to the fact that I'm a petty person. I was probably petty and player hating coming out of the womb. It's just who I am. I have grown to accept that about myself, but I think it comes from a good place. You know, it's not from a place of selfishness. It's from a place that people deserve better when it comes to their products or when it comes to how they are able to obtain their products. And today, you could tell by the title of this video, we're talking about the worst, best retro video game company that is out there, and they are by far the worst with the best products. And I, of course, am talking about Analog. Of course, there's been the Mega SG, the Analog NT, the Analog Pocket, and all of this sort of stuff. Products in and of itself that are fantastic, that do great things for playing your retro video games, that give you some of the best, if not the best experiences of playing your modern games, either in handheld mode or on a HD TV without having to have a bunch of scalers and different adapters and different sorts of cables to play your old video games. And I really do like their products. But of course, there are issues with Analog, and it just comes down to self-inflicted issues that we've talked about time and time again on this channel. Primarily artificial scarcity, mixed messaging, and just trying to create a sense of FOMO for a product that you're probably going to re-release a couple times. The pre-order process for an Analog product is absolutely mind-numbing how bad it is. People often have the product in their cart, go to check out, and then by the time they check out, the product is gone. And if they really want it, they have to go on a secondary market, because it doesn't seem like there's any real sort of stopping people from buying multiple systems. I believe you could buy 2 at a time, which, if you think about it, 2 is ridiculous. There's nobody needing 2 Analog SG systems. There's nobody needing, you know, 2 Analog Pockets if you were just using it for yourself. Like, I don't know. It's a ridiculous thing, but it seems like people are finally wisening up to this company, and that makes me very, very happy, because Analog, of course, is re-releasing the Analog Pocket. I believe this is the 3rd time that they have re-released this system, but hey, there's some bells and whistles with it now. The Analog Pocket Aluminium, if you are a British folk, or as we say in the Americas, aluminum editions now available. Aluminum editions. Look at this. It's aluminum. Okay. All right. Made out of aluminum with uncompromising attitude to quality. There's never been a handheld game system like it. Look. It's all made out of aluminum. They're solid billet aluminum. Do we care about aluminum like that much? Like, is aluminum a big thing within the retro gaming community? And here's the kicker, folks. Here's the kicker. $500 available in highly limited quantities. And they're already done. They're already sitting there. So you knew that you were going to make this product. You knew that this was something that you were going to come out with. A $500 Game Boy. Game Boy! That's what this system does. It does Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. You can get adapters for it as well. I don't even know if they're still available on the website or if you have to go to a secondary market to get it. But you can also play some Links and Game Gear, stuff that you can emulate, you know, on a cell phone very easily nowadays. But hey, it's made out of aluminum. Aluminium. Look, it's a quality product. I have the Analog Pocket, the 1st edition that came out. I bought it from MVG. Came with the different cartridge things, adapters as well. It came with the dock that you could connect to a television. Like, it's a cool product. But you're just taking this fan base, throwing some aluminum on it, and then charging $500. You're nuts. And it doesn't even come with the dock and the charge and the extra stuff. Like, you still have to buy all that separately. Comes with a USB-C cable. And then the freaking thing. Of course, all the other ones. Like, $300 more than the base one that came out was. $300. $500 for the aluminum. $219 for the standard. a much more reasonable price here. And you could, oh, of course, they got the docks. They got the docks where you can get the adapters. So if you if you want a dock, that's an extra $100. So now we're at $600. And then if you want the additional adapters, it's $700 to play some Game Gear games on this aluminum system. Does nobody think that this is absolutely ridiculous? Thankfully, people, like I said, are starting to wisen up to the grift. They're starting to wisen up to all the stuff that is going on with them because, of course, the analog 3D, we haven't heard anything about that. I guess we need some money. We need some money real quick to make the analog 3D. So let's just re-release the Pocket again. And like these people, like it has not been going well for them. And you can look at the comments and like people are just like, well, this is dumb. This is stupid. What are we doing here? Overpriced and of course, artificial limited quantities. RGT85, you cheeky bastard. Is this a $300 price increase for aluminum? Yes, it is. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Like, people are just tired of this. $500 to play Game Boy games. I wish these things were heavier and twice the price. Like, I don't understand who works at this company and doesn't think about these things and doesn't think about basic things like optics and how the retro gaming community is going to view you, because that's who's buying this. A casual person is not interested in this. A casual person is not trying to buy one of these systems. You are marketing this towards the hardcore audience, towards the high-end consumer who is looking at these products. And $219 to play some Game Boy games is an expensive thing, but it's not $500. They even messed up like the buttons here. The image has been flipped horizontally. The volume buttons are on the wrong side of this device. Like, everyone is like, this is ridiculous. And I'm glad. I am glad that people are upset by this, because they should be. Because this company is just a very predatory company. They take advantage of the retro gaming market, who's always looking for better ways to play their classic games. To make it kind of like it was when you were a kid. To kind of, relive that original feeling of being able to experience these games, but they're so predatory. And the funniest thing is, like, when you look at the pre-orders here, like, you could still get them. Analog actually just ran an advertisement on X or Twitter. We still call it Twitter around these parts. Analog just actually ran an advertisement because these haven't sold out yet they are in very limited quantity, very, very low quantity that we decided to make, but you could still order these. The demand is no longer there for these overpriced products that are just being regurgitated over and over again. It looks like, you can get 3 of them and it ships in a few days, but the black one, you got to wait till August for. Like, just ridiculous. It's such a ridiculous company. And I get so tired of them because you have such a good product. All you have to do is make the product. People will buy the product. If these were the $219 editions, you'd be sold out. Like you sold out in minutes with the other analog pockets. Because that's what people want. They want a great way to play retro games, but they don't want to sacrifice an arm and a leg to do it, especially in this economy. $500 to play Game Boy games. I'm glad that this is failing for you, because eventually you have to learn a lesson. You are literally the only company that never seems to improve anything, ever, when it comes to stuff like this. You never listen to fan feedback. You never listen to people's concerns about things. You never listen to people who just simply want to give you money to buy your products because you're too preoccupied with trying to make everything FOMO, the fear of missing out. We got to create this artificial demand at a high price point. And finally, it's biting you in the ass. And that makes me happy because I am a petty, petty person. I think we're almost at the point with analog where people just don't care anymore. I think the analog 3D, I think that's going to be very interesting to see I guess when it comes out. It's supposed to come out this year. It's been almost a year since we last heard about it. There hasn't been any updates. I don't know if that has maybe been delayed. But how much are you going to charge people to play N64 games? And really, is it going to be any better than emulation is? And I get it. Oh, N64 emulation, it's not perfect in some things. You know what? It's perfect for 99.5% of the population. Yes, there are a few graphical glitches here and there. But are you going to want to spend a bunch of money in order just to play N64 stuff, or are you going to be happy with what you probably already have? Let me know in the comment section down below, though. Have you bought any of these analog products? I still have the Pocket somewhere. I used it when I first got it, and then I was like, plays Game Boy games. I have a lot of things that play Game Boy games. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.